Joining me now are the incredible drag artists from HBO's Emmy-nominated series, We're Here. We have Bob the Drag Queen, Eureka O'Hara, and of course, DJ Shangela Pierce with us. How are the three of you doing today?
Great.
I love it. So smiley and working. We got the fan in Shangela's frame right now. I mean, I'm all about this.
Wait, there's a fan in my frame?
I thought you had that fan before. You were waving it.
Oh, baby. Hallelujah.
That's the perfect promo for this. So first off, I got to start by saying congratulations on the Emmy nomination. So well deserved. Such a beautiful and impactful show. What does it mean for each of you to get this recognition and have the show be nominated? Eureka, go first.
You know, honestly, it just means a lot to the hard work that we've put into this show. Obviously, also, to me as a person, I'm just excited that I'm doing drag on a level where it's getting notoriety from the Academy. I mean, you dream of being in this industry, and it's something that you love to do and that you spend so much of your time and your heart and your passion, and to get recognized on this level is just really reassuring that we did the right thing. You know, we worked hard and it paid off, and, you know, there's only up to go from here. So one nomination to 12 to 15 to, you know, all of the above.
Yeah, hopefully more Emmy nominations every single year. Shangela, what does it mean to you?
It's beautiful. It's something so special to me because, again, working in the industry of television and film, you always want to be seen. And this is not even as much about me as Shangela being seen as it's about our queer stories and queer visibility and drag being seen even more in this space and in this platform. I'm really most excited for my drag kids because I remember when we got the nomination, I was thrilled, number one, but I called them up and they were so excited. They're like, congratulations to you. I'm like, congratulations to you. This is also yours because they really gave us so much in creating this series that we all now get to celebrate this nomination together.
And Bob, did you see this coming? I mean, was this sort of unexpected, or you must be happy that the Academy is recognizing, you know, this beautiful art form?
You know, I'm certainly, it does not shock me. I think that we, quite frankly, deserve things like this. And I think there's also lots of other shows that are like ours that are underrepresented that are deserving as well. I'm just glad that we got to be recognized. I mean, now I'm like, girl, what is a girl?
Yeah, no pants, I feel like, is the theme of 2020. So as long as you're not in that, you're good to go.
Well, I'm not standing up. Let's put it that way.
Fair enough. Well, you know, the stories we were really able to see on the show were truly inspiring. Some of them moved me to tears. How did this experience change you, Shangela? And did it give you a new perspective on drag that you might not have had before?
Well, the show really changed me, I think, in a way that it made me feel more vulnerable than any other project that I've ever worked on before. You know, this isn't a competition show. It's a real life series. And we were going into these homes in these conservative towns across America. It reminded me a lot of not only my own upbringing in a small town, but also what it feels like sometimes to look around and feel like there's no one else like you, that you're the only one, and that you don't have a great, huge sense of community. I felt that with my children, and seeing, like, you know, watching the episode, you know, I cry more than I ever thought I'd ever cry before. It's also a fun show, but it really pulls on your heartstrings because it just really is this honest representation of what so many queer people experience on a daily, that it really pulls at your heartstrings.
And, you know, Eureka, for you, you know, the show is really all about telling queer stories. So which story from this season really touched you the most, or maybe changed you the most?
You know, I think all the stories were actually really, they were just incredible. Honestly, I learned a lot from a lot of the stories. Randomly, there are a couple that really resonated with me. One would actually be the first episode, working with Erica, a mother who was struggling with learning how to accept their daughter and also move past this angelic Christian religious past that had depicted her opinion and, you know, really caused her to mistreat her child. And the fact that she was, you know, wanting to apologize but also show that growth was very important for me and to me to see, being someone who was really lucky to have a very accepting and loving mom. But even my mom had moments where she had to, like, my mom also had moments where she had to learn to look past this idea of what she grew up with, that I wouldn't be successful, or that being queer would actually hurt me in the long run, or that I would be picked on and things like that. You know, a lot of times our parents live in that fear too. So it was just really important because it made me also like see, you know, things that maybe I had issues in the past with my mom. It gave me a little clarity there personally.
Have you caught up with Erica? You know, when she does the drag performance at the end with a huge "I'm sorry" and just kills it, nails it on stage, you know, her daughter's a little hesitant to sort of, you know, embrace her maybe openly as she once did before. Is there any follow-up there that you've had with them? Are they kind of back forming a relationship? Do you know?
You know, I do know. I've spoken with Erica several times. There has been some communication, but, you know, there's a lot of growth and there's a lot of other backstory there too. But the thing is Haley was given the opportunity to tell her side of the story, which I felt and found out she really appreciated. And Erica, I think, also learned that, you know, you can't just take one moment and one gesture to fix a situation. It takes time and it takes continuous effort. And I think that she really learned that from this experience. And it's like, we say a lot, we're not going in to just change it 100%. We don't have that ability. But if people take something from this and they continue to grow after, then we've done what we hopefully came to do. And I think that's the case in Erica's story.
We could all use a little growth, especially this there. You know, you three visit such conservative towns and communities, and who have never even seen a drag queen, or let alone really know what the community is about. Bob, what was it like to interact with people who are seeing something that they literally have no context for, or maybe this derogatory context for?
Well, this happens to us a lot. I mean, it wasn't unique to We're Here. I mean, just because I live in New York City doesn't mean everyone in New York City has seen a drag queen. My neighbors all know that's the apartment with the drag queen in it. But, you know, when I moved into the neighborhood, they were like, what is going on in this apartment? And so it didn't feel particularly unique. Like, I've never been in a situation like this. I've only ever been around people who are seasoned in the art of drag. But I always love an opportunity to get out there, and I love attention. I'll tell you that right now.
Well, I mean, how tall are you, Bob? Because you can't not walk into a room, no, drag or not, and not get attention. I mean, you're...
Without the heels, I'm a dainty 5'5", but in heels, I'm somehow magically 6'6".
So magically, those are very, very tall stilts you're walking on. You know, Shangela, I'm curious, what do you hope this show has changed in these communities that you visited?
I really hope that this show just inspires people to remember the importance of connection and compassion, and the fact that, you know, people may be from different communities than you are from, but it takes us understanding and listening to each other, learning more about things that are foreign to you, so that you can hopefully get to a greater place of acceptance.